Meet Pedro and Mariana. They're a young couple from Portugal who's been building their own e-com business for the past couple years. Not only have they created a solid business that brings in a consistent 4-figure daily income, they've also become top 2 sellers on Gearbubble. That's number 2 sellers out of a selling community of over 30,000 people. Now that's quite an impressive feat for anyone to accomplish. But trust and believe, things weren't always smooth sailing for these two. In fact, Pedro and Mariana had to overcome obstacles you and I have never even had to think about. Pedro and Mariana met a few years back and began working together in the network marketing industry. This was their very first jump into the entrepreneurial lifestyle. They actually ended up doing pretty well, pulling in over $100,000 during their time with this company. But something just wasn't right. They hated the nature of the MLM business model. Like most entrepreneurs by heart, they quickly grew tired of helping someone else grow their business. So after about 6 months, they decided to just drop everything and walk away. No more recruitment, no more growing someone else's business. It was time to build something they can call their own. So they set out to build their own program to show the people of Portugal how to succeed outside the network marketing world. Pedro and Mariana quickly finished the plan for their program and launched it to the public. Working long hours and putting in tons of work, they were super excited to see how things would pan out with their program. Unfortunately, their first attempt at launching their program fell flat. Unbothered, they huddled back up, reorganized a few things, and launched it again. Again, it flopped. They knew they were aiming for a huge goal, so they still didn't let this small failure bring them down. Until the 3rd launch, and the 4th, and finally the 5th attempt to launch this program to help the people of Portugal step outside their comfort zone and think bigger and better, and it all flopped. 5 launch attempts later, Pedro and Mariana looked at each other and knew deep down it was time to once again move on. It turned out the people of Portugal simply weren't receptive to moving outside their comfort zone of the network marketing world. Pedro and Mariana had to make a decision to walk away and finally start focusing on themselves. Although they spent a lot of money trying to get their program running, they had just enough left to jump feet first into a brand new opportunity. Enter Teespring. Teespring is a cool platform that got popular a few years ago. They allow you to create and sell custom t-shirts without any upfront fees. You don't have to worry about inventory, fulfillment, packing, shipping, or customer service. You just have to sell. This exciting new opportunity caught their attention and they started looking into everything they needed to do to get started. And then they quickly discovered one little problem. They realized they would be selling products to the US market and their understanding of the English language was seriously lacking. This single roadblock froze them in fear. Something as big as learning a new language before you can really make any money would make anyone run far away. So the hesitation got the best of them for a while until they finally decided it was time to suck it up and face their fears. They couldn't possibly wait until they learned the entire English language before starting, so they decided to just jump in feet first and learn along the way. This wasn't easy at all, but they made a decision to stick to their plan with pure dedication and persistence. So they invested in 2 different t-shirt related courses, hit the ground running, and never looked back. After a really rough start, everything began slowly coming together as they had their first $100 day. They worked on turning this into a consistent, everyday thing and eventually succeeded in pulling in $100 days on the regular. They didn't rest on their laurels because of the small win. They kept pushing and eventually hit $200 per day and got up to $300 per day. And this is when the guy that made Teespring popular in our community, Don Wilson, opened his own similar platform, Gearbubble. Gearbubble offered the same stress-free system as Teespring. They took care of everything for you and all you had to do was sell. But they offered more: necklaces, bracelets, mugs. They offered multiple products that the Facebook audience hadn't been seeing all over their newsfeed. This quickly caught Pedro and Mariana's attention and they decided to move over to Gearbubble and make it their specialty. Their decision to focus on mastering GearBubble quickly began paying off as their very first campaign was a success. Pedro and Mariana took advantage of this early momentum and began following a system that would keep them extremely productive. The system they used then is sort of like the one waiting for you behind this page, except at the time it was about 10 times less powerful than it is today. Still, Pedro and Mariana used that system as it constantly morphed into something better and better, and before they knew it, they were pulling in $1,000 per day like clockwork. They did it. From rookies to 4 figures per day after struggling with many roadblocks, including having to learn an entirely new business model, overcome huge language barriers, and not to mention work together as a couple without ripping each other's heads off. But again, after a short celebration, they got back to work. They had a vision for something bigger. 1K per day is cool, but if we can do 1K, why can't we do 2K? Or maybe 5K? Can we really do 10K per day? Thoughts of all the possibilities drove them to buckle down and take this business serious, and soon they began seeing some serious paydays. Now, it's important to note these weren't lucky one-time payments. The entire focus of this system was on creating consistent 4-figure daily income. A system that was reliable, something that brought in money every day, something that had the potential to continue growing and growing. This system has been changed and tweaked dozens of times based on the hundreds of tests we've conducted to make this the most foolproof, repeatable money-making system on the planet. I happen to be the creator of one of the original informational courses Pedro and Mariana picked up a couple of years ago, and today they are some of my favorite students. My name is Ezra. Pedro, Mariana, and myself have teamed up to bring you a one-of-a-kind course detailing the exact system they've been using to absolutely crush it on GearBubble. If you're ready to get serious and want a system to follow that has been in the field being tested over and over for months, tweaking and improving it with every new discovery, today you have found said system. We are extremely excited to introduce to you Commission Bubble. Commission Bubble is a special one-of-a-kind course that will walk you through the essential steps you must take to go from where you are now to where you dream to be, courtesy of GearBubble.com. Commission Bubble comes with 2 versions. Some people like reading PDFs, others like watching videos. We include both. We want this blueprint to success to be as clear and concise as humanly possible. We want it to be easy to take action and get fast results. So we're including a full video course and a full 60-page PDF detailing the entire system. Every step you need to take to go from newbie to 4 figures per day as quickly as possible. Inside this course you'll learn how to get set up and profiting as soon as possible, which products on GearBubble convert best, how to work successfully with your spouse or your business partner, the difference between shirt and necklace concepts, how to find the best niches and concepts that will convert, how to create a design that converts, the best way to build your audiences, exactly when to cut, leave, or scale your campaigns, how to build and market to your list, and much more. You'll also get a look at a few case studies of some of Pedro and Mariana's winning campaigns so you can get a real look behind the success. All in all, you're simply getting a rigorously tested system that you can use to create your own success story. For the next 5 days, Commission Bubble will be running a 50% off launch special. So if you can see this part of the video, we're still in the original launch window. To make things even sweeter of a deal, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee saying, if you give our system an honest try and don't make money, we will refund your investment, every penny, no questions asked. This removes all the risk involved and leaves you with a simple choice to make. So please feel free to check out the rest of this page, look around to see more of Pedro and Mariana's story, more information on the product, more income proof, and of course don't forget to grab your copy of Commission Bubble today. And we hope to see you on the inside.